Ever wondered how the mighty city of Rome began? It wasn't with a blueprint and a construction crew. The story starts with a forbidden birth. Rhea Silvia, a sacred priestess, has twin boys, Romulus and Remus. Their father, none other than Mars, the god of war. This divine connection terrifies their great uncle, the king, who sees them as a threat to his throne. He orders the infants to be thrown into the Tiber River, left to the mercy of the currents. But fate, or perhaps their father, had other plans. The basket carrying the twins doesn't sink. It floats gently down the river until it washes ashore at the base of a hill. Soon after, a kind shepherd named Faustulus discovers the boys and raises them as his own sons, completely unaware of their royal and divine bloodline. Growing up in the wild, Romulus and Remus become natural-born leaders, strong and charismatic. One day, a fight with the king's shepherds leads to Remus being captured. Romulus, determined to save his brother, leads a band of shepherds to rescue him. It's during this chaos that their true identity is finally revealed. They learn they are the grandsons of the true king, Numitor. Fueled by this revelation, they storm the city of Alba Longa, overthrow the tyrant King Amulius, and restore their grandfather to his rightful place on the throne. With their old home secured, the brothers decide to build a new city of their own. But here, their bond begins to crack. They argue over the perfect spot. Romulus favors the Palatine Hill, where the Cheval found them, while Remus prefers the Aventine Hill. To settle the matter, they turn to the gods, watching the sky for an omen of flying birds. But the signs are unclear, and their argument only deepens. Ignoring the dispute, Romulus starts building the walls for his city on the Palatine Hill. Remus, feeling mocked and disrespected, leaps over the half-finished wall in a final act of defiance. In a fit of rage, Romulus strikes his brother down. The cost of building a city was his own twin's life. Filled with regret but determined to finish what he started, Romulus completes his city and names it Rome, after himself. He becomes its first king, laying the foundation for an empire that would one day rule the world. A legendary city born from gods, wolves, and a tragic brotherly conflict. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more epic stories.
Between the great rivers, the dawn of civilization began. From the mist, the massive walls of Uruk emerged the world's first true metropolis, a bustling city of thousands. Filled with vibrant mosaics and monumental life, the great ziggurat stood tall. Reaching toward the heavens is the city's religious heart here. Humanity first carved words into clay, giving voice to thought. Systems of trade and record-keeping transformed a village into an empire. The legendary King Gilgamesh watched over his vast kingdom with pride. Engineering marvels that would inspire the world for millennia to come, from the wheel to written. Uruk's legacy shaped our modern world, Uruk, where the story of civilization truly began.
I am a glass bottle, a silent witness to the currents of time. My story begins not with a whisper, but with the roar of a furnace in ancient Mesopotamia, where sand, soda ash, and lime first danced in fire to create my transparent form. I was a luxury then, crudely shaped, holding precious oils and perfumes for the elite. My journey continued with the Roman Empire. The invention of the blowpipe gave me shape and purpose. I traveled their vast roads, filled with wine from sun-drenched vineyards, a vessel of celebration and commerce. I saw the rise and fall of empires, resting for centuries in the earth, waiting to be rediscovered. The world awakened, and so did I during the Renaissance. Venetian artisans perfected my form, making me clearer, more elegant than ever before. I held not just liquids, but the very spirit of artistry and innovation, a coveted treasure in the courts of Europe. Then came the great shift, the Industrial Revolution. The hum of machines became my new creator. I was no longer a rare artifact, but a part of daily life, produced in the thousands. I carried milk to doorsteps, medicines to the sick, and fizzy drinks that tickled the noses of children. I was everywhere, a constant, reliable presence in a world of rapid change. Now, in the modern era, my story takes on a new chapter. I am a symbol of sustainability, a promise of a greener future, I can be reborn, melted down and reshaped, my journey never truly ending. From a fiery birth to an endless cycle of renewal, I am more than just a container. I am a vessel of history, a carrier of stories, a small piece of eternity, held in your hand.
Step back in time and witness the glory of the Roman Colosseum. Born from the ambition of the Flavian dynasty in the 1st century AD, this colossal amphitheater was a marvel of engineering and a stage for the most thrilling spectacles in the ancient world. For over 400 years, its walls echoed with the roar of the crowd, the clash of gladiatorial combat, and the cries of exotic beasts. Its grand opening alone was a 100-day festival of games. But as the empire waned, so did the Colosseum's purpose. The games ceased, and the magnificent structure fell into a long slumber, its stones even repurposed for other great monuments. Today, after centuries of decline and restoration, the Colosseum stands as a powerful symbol of Roman ingenuity and a timeless monument to history, drawing millions to marvel at its enduring legacy.
This is the story of a single plastic bottle. Its journey starts deep within the earth as crude oil or natural gas. Through complex, energy-intensive processes, these raw materials are transformed into polyethylene terephthalate, or PET, the building block of the bottle you hold in your hand. Once manufactured, it's filled, sealed, and transported to distribution centers, ready to make its way to a store near you. Every minute, over 1 million plastic bottles are purchased globally. After its contents are consumed, the bottle's true journey begins, and its fate hangs in the balance. Unfortunately, the vast majority of these bottles end up as waste. If not recycled, a single bottle can persist in the environment for up to 500 years, polluting our landfills, landscapes, and oceans. But there is another path. If collected for recycling, the bottle arrives at a specialized facility. Here, a ballet of advanced technology begins. AI and machine learning systems identify and sort different types of plastics, ensuring each is processed correctly. This crucial first step prevents contamination and increases the volume of plastic that can be successfully repurposed. Once sorted, the bottle undergoes a thorough cleaning process to remove any residue or labels. It's then shredded into small, clean pieces called flakes. These flakes are the valuable raw material for a new generation of products. They are dried, melted, and reformed into PET resins, ready to be given a new life. This is the heart of the circular economy. These recycled resins can be used to manufacture new bottles, food containers, and packaging. They can be spun into fibers for textiles, creating everything from t-shirts and bags to upholstery. They're even used in industrial products like straps and sheets. By turning used plastic into new products, we reduce the need for virgin materials, cut greenhouse gas emissions, and extend the life cycle of this resource. The journey from a discarded bottle to a new product is a testament to innovation and our collective responsibility. Every bottle we recycle makes a difference.
Born a Thracian, Spartacus was a man destined for a life of struggle. Captured and sold into slavery, he was trained as a gladiator in Capua, a fate that promised only blood and a brutal end. But within him burned a desire for freedom that could not be extinguished. In 73 BC, Spartacus and 70 of his fellow gladiators broke free from their school. Armed with kitchen knives and a desperate hope, they took refuge on the slopes of Mount Vesuvius, their numbers swelling as runaway slaves flocked to their banner of rebellion. What began as a small escape ignited into a full-blown war. Spartacus, a brilliant and charismatic leader, forged this desperate mass of people into a formidable army. For 2 years, they marched through Italy, defeating several Roman legions sent to crush them. They were a symbol of defiance, a force that shook the very foundations of the powerful Roman Republic. But Rome would not be defied for long. The Republic, humiliated and enraged, dispatched its wealthiest and most ruthless general, Marcus Licinius Crassus, With a massive army, Crassus cornered Spartacus and his forces in southern Italy in 71 BC. The final, decisive battle was fought. The slave army, though fighting with incredible bravery, was ultimately overwhelmed by the disciplined Roman legions. Spartacus himself fell in the heat of the battle, his body never to be identified. The rebellion was brutally crushed, but the legend of Spartacus, the gladiator who dared to challenge an empire for the sake of freedom, would echo through eternity.
The story of beer. Beer more than a drink. It is one of humanity's oldest inventions, shaping civilizations for over 7,000 years. It all began in ancient Sumeria around 3900 BCE. The first known beer recipes were carved into clay tablets. Back then, beer wasn't just enjoyed, it was sacred, offered to the gods in rituals of devotion and celebration. In Egypt, beer was a daily staple, fuel for the workers who built the pyramids, safer than water, and essential for nutrition and medicine. Medieval Europe brought new mastery. Monks refined brewing techniques, creating stronger, richer beers. Their monasteries became the first craft breweries of the Western world. The Industrial Revolution changed everything. Beer could now be brewed on a massive scale, bottled, and shipped worldwide. Lagers and Pilsners, the beers we know today, were born in this era. And today, craft beer is a global phenomenon. Brewers experiment with flavors, hops, and fermentation, honoring tradition, while pushing innovation from sacred rituals to social gatherings. Beer has been with humanity every step of the way. A simple drink with an epic story. What's your favorite beer? Comment below and join the story.